Good night, everyone. Done. God is good and God is good all the time. My name is Irma J. Spiritual and he'll give you a short news on tonight. And it's also history. History. Barbara Walter. Barbara Walter, in her own words, she died at 93 years old, and that was a full life that she lived. You know, she a legendary news anchor once described how she wanted to be remembered, and she lived a full life. Now, Barbara Walter, in her own words, her life, her career, and how she tangled a big interview that take three cute Barbara good evening, and she likes to say that made her an offer. They made her an offer, and she couldn't refuse. But here was her chance. History. They told her to be the first female, co-anchor of a network news program in those days. Nobody thought it was possible, for the news business was a man business. You know, you know, Back then they thought it was a man business. They thought it was impossible for a woman to do what she was doing, but she did it. And these days you got women all on network, got their own show and everything. So anything is possible. Women can do anything they put their mind to. And she was criticized for doing specialists um, that had her that had the people in the news along with celebrities. So she had people in the news along with the celebrities, and then didn't like that. You can't do both. They was telling her, but people like them. The first thing I tell anybody who is going to be doing interview is homework. So when she did interviews, she did plenty of her own homework. She knew more than people than they know about themselves. Um, be doing interviews is homework. Now she did so much homework, she know more about the person than he or she know about this self. Don't know when, how I talk about it, but that's how you find out when she do an interview. She want a strong beginning, and a strong ending. So in order to get that strong ending, she often asks, finish this sentence. And for her finish this sentence, for me, well, farewell is funny but honest and awesome. The view has shown that women can be together and enjoy each other and have the kind of conversation that you may have in the morning with a girlfriend. And here in the view, she could be funny, and she had women who she could joke with. So she used to be on the view. She had all the women. They came together. She said they used to joke. You know, with she always think, of you just as a friend. Our sister, but as a lover, and she could show good, better, and different. Her personality. She wants to be remembered by her daughter as a good and loving mother. She wants to be remembered by her friends as somebody who was loyalty, and she wants to remember in the television, maybe as a creator or maybe as a good news woman. No more than being remembered. Hope that by younger women I can help them inspire. You know, she she worked a long time. She once worked on the bill. And she did her work very well. Just like she said, she did homework, plenty of homework. And she just wants to inspire any woman that's trying to get in a network, a television, or anything they wants to do. It's possible that all women can do what they wants to do, what they love to do. And that's Barbara Walter. Live a full life, and she died at 93 years old. You know, and we know that she was funny. Everyone loves the Barbara Walter. And she was on the video at one time. For a long time, she was the first group on the video. And just like she said on the rest of her talk shows, when she had interviews, she did plenty homework, and knew a lot about it. They had to ask her, how you knew about that? You know, she did plenty homework, you know. So that's a legendary, you know, Barbara Walter, her anger, once described how she wants to be remembered and she lived a full life, So she had spoke on she spoke on the network and she wanted to speak of how she wanted to be remembered, and that was a good thing. That was a good thing. She wanted her own words, how she want to be remembered. So that's all the words I have. That's all the news I have on for today. That was good news right here. Barbara Walter. She lived a full life. She was a good woman, and she lived a long and prosperous life. So that's all the show news I have for y'all today. Y'all continue on having a blessed day, and I see y'all on the next video.